Just because you read about it on the internet doesn't make it true. What happens when you shoot a 223 through walls? Can you use birdshot for self-defense? There are an awful lot of myths out there. We're going to dispel a bunch of them today. Shooting a lot of guns, shooting through a lot of different things. You have questions and we have answers today on Gun Talk. We started out to test which guns and loads would or would not penetrate enough walls to escape your house. We built interior and exterior walls with sheetrock, insulation, and exterior siding. Then we grabbed a bunch of guns, and I was joined by Chris Serino, a top trainer with lots of law enforcement experience. Once I showed Chris what we had set up, he started with the Ruger LCR and .22 long rifle, while I tried Ruger's 10-22 rifle. Even the lowly .22 penetrated all the walls, so we moved up to the .22 Magnum. All right, Chris, you got the Keltec PMR30. What's your prediction?
My prediction is that it's going for the long haul, going all the way to the berm.
Let's find out. You did pretty well.
Very close. I covered it.
It's going straight.
It's still going straight.
It's tracking. I like that.
That's a big deal.
Look at here. Went all the way through.
Man.
You were right. All right, Chris, we've got the 32 ACP. And we've got the Keltec, little bitty gun, not much recoil. I don't know what a 32 is going to do.
I'm betting about 1.5 walls, but I don't know about deflection. Wow.
We know we're into the second wall here. That's a 32. All right, now, but notice it's down here.
Yeah, big time
deflection.
Big
deflection.
And there it is.
Look at that.
Didn't expand, just mushed. It went sideways.
Chris, we're going to move up to the 380. We're going to be shooting a Walther, but I thought we'd shoot a couple of different bullets because there's a lot of different ammo out now.
Especially for the 380 right now, because everybody's trying to make it more reliable.
Right, so we got a couple of loads from Double Tap. This is their Double Tap Tactical. This is the, they're loading up the Barnes TAC XP bullet, and this is one we fired yesterday out at the range, and it shows just how amazing the expansion is on this.
That's picture perfect. We're not going to get that through these walls, I don't think.
And then you've got a 95 grain controlled expansion. That's made for short barrel pistols. I'll let you know what you get. 95 grain over there. All right, I want you to look. We've gone from the left side here, hit the 2x4, and it spun and went all the way over here. It's turning as it comes out. It hits this. Did it pass through?
It came all the way out the back side.
We got hole at all three walls, so we'll go see what we got.
It's probably the 80s continuing
I think
straight.
the 80 kept there, the 95 split. Wow. Okay, for everybody who says it's only a 380,
it's only a 380, I guess. It did not fragment and it did not come apart.
Then we move to the 38 Special. On these, you've got a hollow base wad cutter, big flat bullet. That's made for target shooting. It would not be my choice for personal defense.
No.
Now the Jacket hollow point, that is a plus P, high velocity, high pressure, 125 grain, going fast load. That's a good self-defense.
This is a good load. This is what I carry in my 38.
All right. We expected the hollow point to go through all the walls.
Well, it looks like we've got some good penetration for sure.
Okay.
Wide cutter was going pretty strong. This is the hollow point.
Hollow point there. I think we're getting some fragments of the past wall.
Yeah,
coming
through.
Hitting there.
That would sting.
Yes, it would. Seeing as every single one of them has gone through all three walls. Son of a gun.
Holy cow.
Exactly. So that's our wad cutter there. We've got some various loads in 9s. I want to try those because maybe we'll get something different out of 9s. We've got the Nosler Jacketed hollow point, 124 grain. We know it's going to go through all the walls. But everybody says frangible ammo, that's made of essentially dust, copper dust.
Compressed copper powder.
If you shoot steel with it, it just evaporates and it's safe to shoot with steel.
Well, my experience with frangible ammo, unless it hits something completely hard like steel or cement, and even cement it'll pockmark. But it's going to cut through these walls like butter, and it's probably going to be the most truest, straightest flying bullet we've got through all these walls.
Which is the opposite of what everybody thinks it does.
Exactly. We've got the Nosler Jacketed hollow point here. So I've got that marked on there with 9 NOS, and I'm going to try to put one right on it.
There you go, right on the money.
I
All
don't
right,
think we're gonna find any surprises here.
good shooting. We know what we got there.
Boy, that Nosler just kept on going.
Boy, it did, didn't it?
And then I'm relatively certain that came clean through the backside.
Oh, yeah.
Too bad.
Both the Nosler 124 grain load and the frangible load exited the mythical house.
It almost makes me want to shoot another one dead center with that frangible.
Why don't we do it? All right, no surprises here. Look at
Straight
here.
out, straight through the back. Let me show you what frangible is really designed for.
Okay, obviously what we're looking at here is we got a good steel target. Now normally, if you're shooting steel, you need to be back
Minimum of 30 feet.
30 feet, 10, 15 yards anyway. With frangible, let her rip, baby.
It's not a good choice for self-defense.
Well, we saw it goes through everything. It doesn't expand. It functions like a full metal jacket bullet.
At this close distance, not a pockmark, not a bit of spray or spatter coming back.
Okay, great for steel, not for self-defense load.
Right.
Is the 223 a good home defense choice? It might depend on the bullet.
So we've got 3 different kinds of ammo.
A heavy bullet, 77 grain Nosler, 68 grain match hollow point from Black Hills.
Well, this one's really cool because what we've got here is double tap again, loaded with a 40 grain Nosler bullet.
It's designed to not ricochet.
It's designed for shooting small, thin-skinned animals.
Yeah. All right, first shot, 77 grain. Offset, coming up. Ballistic tip. Whew.
Yeah, nothing new here. So here's the 77, just a great long range.
Long bullet. If you ever want to see what happens when a bullet destabilizes and starts tumbling, going end over end, perfect outline of a bullet.
That's our 40 grain Nosler ballistic tip.
Hey, over here the 77 starts destabilizing.
Finally started, yeah. And then the 68 down here and the 68 up here, the 68 came apart in 3.
It did. To be fair, match bullets aren't designed for personal defense. The 40 grain varmint bullet did not go through the third wall.